Hey, I'm meteorologist Doug Myers with the latest forecast on this Friday. Yesterday we had temperatures in the mid-90s for most areas, slightly cooler today for many spots, and less humid, so it's not going to be a bad end of the work week. Certainly not too bad for early August standards with plenty of sun and a little bit of haze from the surface smoke from the wildfires out west, but nothing too terrible there either. As I mentioned, we'll have lots of sunshine today before some clouds start to move in late tonight into the day tomorrow. We'll go with the mix of sun and clouds. Can't rule out a sprinkle or two, but I think most of the rain will stay out of our area, and then we'll have plenty of sun once again on Sunday as temperatures begin to heat back up into early next week. So temperatures over the weekend back in the mid-90s tomorrow, so very similar to today, maybe even similar to yesterday, and then heating back up in the mid to upper 90s on Sunday. Still a little bit cooler out to the east in Kansas City as the dew points will start to creep up a little bit as we head into Sunday as well. But generally speaking, you can see as we get into the afternoon hours, we do start to get at least somewhat of a decrease in our dew points, more in the low to mid 60s. So that's going to be fairly nice. And while the dew points do come up a little bit as we head into early next week, it's not to the extent of what it was a couple days ago. So it does look like the humidity stays relatively lower. So even though it does get much hotter as we head towards Sunday and early next week, it's not going to be as intense with the heat index value. And then you can see it does cool down a little bit as we get towards the end of the week with some uncertainty on what to expect with a frontal boundary in the area. There's a couple scenarios that could play out. We could have a wide range in temperatures from our northern communities to our southern communities. We could have everyone staying cool, everyone staying hot. We could have several more chances for rain than what I have in the forecast. We could have less. So there's a lot of uncertainty with how next week's weather pattern is going to play out. But just a quick look at our heat index values, around 100 to 105 on Monday. And a little bit cooler on Tuesday, but still in the triple digits, especially along and south of I-70, before starting to cool down a little bit as we get towards the second half of the work week beginning on Wednesday. So taking a look at our forecasts and looking at the probability of wetter than normal conditions in the 6 to 10 and 8 to 14 day outlook across much of the country. And you can see that probability of below normal temperatures in the northern half of the country, in the northern plains. Again, uncertainty on how far south that cooler air gets or if the warmer weather wins out. So a little bit of uncertainty there on next week's weather pattern. So keep checking back in throughout the weekend. Expect continued changes to the forecast based on new data, and we'll continue to keep you updated on a daily basis. In the meantime, enjoy the relatively more comfortable temperatures over the next couple of days. Still remaining hot though, so still make sure that you're following your heat safety protocols, hydrating, staying safe in the heat, and being aware of that. And then be ready for a hot start to the week on Monday.